வணக்கம். சில்வர்ஃபிஷ் வலையொலி மூலமா உங்க எல்லாரையும் சந்திக்கிறதுல மகிழ்ச்சி. நம்ம சேனல்ல ஏற்கனவே வந்து மெசேஜ் ஃப்ரம் காட் அப்படின்ற ஒரு புத்தகத்த பத்தியும், அந்த புத்தகத்தை எழுதின திரு பிரதீப் முகர்ஜி அவர்களோட நேர்காணலையும் நம்ம வந்து பார்த்தோம். இந்த வீடியோஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்த நம்ம நண்பர்களுக்கு வந்து நெறையா கேள்விகள் அந்த புத்தகத்திலயும், அவர் சொன்ன பதில்கள்லயும் இருந்தும் சில கேள்விகள் நம்ம நண்பர்களுக்கு நெறைய இருந்திருக்கு. நம்ம நண்பர்களுக்காக மறுபடியும் ஒரு முறை திரு பிரதீப் முகர்ஜி அவர்களோட ஒரு சின்ன கலந்துரையாடல் உங்களுக்காக.
So my first question is, we have been instructed to see the photo and talk for 30 days. In the book, it is given as God won't be there if you take printout or Xerox. And I want to understand that why God will not be there in the printout or Xerox. And also, we heard that nothing is required for us to connect with God. Why we need photo as a medium to connect with God? Sir?
Okay, the first part of the question is
why God won't be there in the printout or Xerox?
Actually, I do not know why God will not be there, but we follow the instructions of God, and God does not explain why God is giving those instructions. Our logical mind will always say, if God can be in the print photo, God should also be in the Xerox photo. That is what the logical mind says. But with God, I have found that logic doesn't work. It has to be always about what God says. We have to do only that. So there is no logical answer to the question that you are asking, except to say that we follow the will of God. Second part of the question was, what can you repeat the second part?
Why we need a photo as a medium to connect with God?
Okay. Now, what happens is the moment we utter the word God, in different religion, people will connect with different gods. And then within the Hindu religion, someone for them, Krishna is God, for someone, Rama is God, for someone else is God. So because the word God has become generic, it will not connect to the God that I am particularly talking with, and which happens to be the highest God. So in order to differentiate that, God is using my face as the face of God, that when you look into this face and utter the word God, you will always connect with the one with whom I am talking. That is the reason the photo has been given.
Okay, sir. So my next question is, we as people followed creator unknowingly. The problem here is the creator and he only make people suffer. Instead of trying to save all the people from the creator, God can change the creator's mind, right? So that all the people will be happy and it may be the end of all problems.
Yeah, that is again a logical and intelligent mind says that why you try to sort out each and every human rather than why not sort out the guy who is creating all the problem for the humans. So the answer to that question is God tried to sort him out when he was in the kingdom of God. But unfortunately, this one said that I am not going to follow your will. I am not going to follow your instructions. And because he is not willing to follow the will and instructions of God, then God said, fine, you can go out of my house. I will give you 21 universe from my house. You go and do whatever you want to do there. And I means God will never come and tell him, this is what you are doing wrong and this is what you should not do. So with these instructions, he was asked to go out. Now when God has come, God is not going to change him, because that will become forcing God's power on him. And God never forces anyone. God never imposes God's will on anyone. God never makes sure that his will is followed. So God never works like that. God always gives a choice. If you want to, you follow. If you don't want to, then don't follow. So that being so, God will not be able to do anything to the Creator God. And that is why God is now coming to the humans and saying, if you wish to come to me, I will try to see what best I can do for you. Okay.
Okay, sir. In the book, it is given as whatever you share, share just once. No need to share multiple times or on multiple days. If I have only one problem, then can I share the same thing for 30 days?
If the condition is chronic, then you just say it once and leave it. If the condition is acute, like there's a huge pain in someone's stomach, then that person is saying every half an hour or 1 hour till that person gets some relief. And if it is chronic, like let's say I've got allergies, so I'm just saying all the allergy I'm having when I'm eating a particular fruit. So that only once a day I am saying and leaving it. And then I am seeing if God gives me some relief in those allergies. So this is the way it is about saying multiple times or once in a day. So this is the normal guideline. Acute and chronic is the deciding factor.
Next question is, we made mistakes and accepted the Creator as our God unknowingly. In this case, is there any possibility for God to help us voluntarily without our prayers, as we are the children of God?
The question, can you a little more explain? I didn't get the question properly.
Will God help us voluntarily without our prayers?
God will never help us on God's own. So God waits for us to, I wouldn't use the word pray, we use the word release. God waits for us to use that negative statement and then say, may I have your grace, God. But before that, God will not do anything on its own. Why? Because God gives us a choice. We can continue to suffer, or we can come to God and ask God to give us some relief. This choice God is giving us. If God does everything on its own automatically, then there is no choice. That is forcing God on our life, which God is not going to do. Okay.
As I understood from the book, you have come directly from the God's kingdom. In this case, is storyline applicable for you? And how the Creator allowed you to send the message from God when it leads to lack of His food?
The answer to that question is yes, I have come directly from God. I means not the human, but that which we call as the soul or that essence. I came here to do the work of God, but the Creator was not aware when I will be coming and in which human body I will be coming. This information was not with the Creator. After my human journey started, because this is my 7th lifetime, so every time my storyline was written by the soul or my essence, and I had to live according to that storyline. Even this time also a storyline was there in my life till God came, and then it was altered, and then a whole, now there is no storyline. I just follow the will of God day-to-day basis, whatever God says. So if Creator God knew, then He would have stopped me from doing the work of God. He wouldn't have at all allowed me to be in the human form. But now that God has come, He cannot do anything. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank
Whenever you feel I have not given complete answer, you must tell me to again explain, right?
Okay. This is my last question, sir. As we are the part of this society, we have to follow some rituals to be done to the creator during festival times or functions. In this case, is that okay to believe God for myself and follow the creator for the society? I can explain the situation with an example. If a child has two moms, one as biological mom and other one who raised the child, when the child comes to know the biological mom at one point of time, the child cannot leave the other mom who raised. There must be some personal connect between the child and the other mom. This is the similar situation I'm facing now. I can accept God completely, but I cannot leave the creator also. What is your suggestion, sir?
If it was left to this human, the human would have allowed you to be with both. But left to God, God is very clear, it is either me or the creator. And because the creator had used a lot of festivals, a lot of rituals, a lot of celebrations in order to bind the human totally with the creator. So the human says that if all my relatives are celebrating, how can I remain outside? When all the relatives are going through certain rituals, how can I say no? And bigger problem is I do not have an evidence of me following the real God. And because I do not have any evidence, how can I then face my relatives and explain to them that, listen, you are following a lesser God who claims himself to be God but is not God and is the God who is responsible for all your pain and suffering, because they are going to ask me questions. They are going to ask me evidence. Unfortunately, even the messenger of God doesn't have any evidence. The messenger of God only has information, but no evidence. Why there is no evidence? Because I cannot bring God down to within five senses and show people, look, here is the real God. Now, no one has even seen the creator, but they accept the creator. Why they accept it? Because it is a part of their conditioning, a part of their upbringing, a part of their culture, a part of their conditioning, a part of their day-to-day living. So they don't need to see the creator, but for them, creator is the ultimate. But when someone comes and says, listen, creator is not the ultimate, there is someone above the creator. The creator is responsible for your pain and suffering. Now everybody is having a big question that how can that be? So that being so, I leave it upon the individual or the human to decide whether God or the creator. But you cannot go 50-50. But logically, I appreciate the example you gave about two mothers, and that's a very good example. But that example, I cannot bring it into between God and the creator. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
What my question is, whatever we do, whatever we ask for is from the Creator's kingdom. So what do we ask? I don't know. I feel we don't have anything to ask, because
you
whatever we are going to take from the Creator. Like ask means not use, sir, a wish or something. I want to have a new home, new life, whatever. It's all the Creator's work. So what do we ask?
That is not what God sanctions. God is not fulfilling our wishes. God is
So
saying, whatever life creator has given you, if you find any pain or if you find any suffering, then offer that to me and just say, may I have your grace, God. So if I'm having a stomach ache, then I say all the pain in my stomach. If I'm having stress, we say all the stress that I'm having. If I have anxiety, then we say all the anxiety that I'm having. So like that, whatever is I'm having, and then I say, may I have your grace, God. But God, we cannot ask God, give me house or give me a visa to a particular country. No, those things we cannot ask God.
So it's basically what we do as prayer is only ask for manifestation. Is usually is what we do. We
So
ask, can we give this? It's usually manifestations. Prayers
true.
we say it is a prayers, but what we do is actually manifest something, something, something. We keep on manifesting whatever we want. When we read this book, after reading this book, we feel there is nothing to ask or pray for, whatever it is.
Okay.
Because it's just a drama that we come to know, and what are we going to do in the drama? Nothing is what I feel, sir.
We are only going to pass our time. We have a
Exactly,
few
sir.
days, we have a few days to live, and
Hmm.
God says enjoy those days in a very simple way with what you
Hmm.
have, with the
Hmm.
house
Hmm.
that you have, with the body that you have, with the relationships that you have, because these are the
Hmm.
three things that we have. And
Yes, sir.
God says just enjoy it.
Hmm. Hmm.
But if God says, don't ask me what you don't have, in the sense, don't ask me if you are having a 2-bedroom house, don't ask me for a 4-bedroom house. That I
Hmm.
will
Hmm.
not give. But God says,
So,
if it is in the storyline, then you will get it. Because
hmm.
that
Hmm.
was already written that you will have these things in life. Those things are automatically going to come to you when the time comes.
So I
Whether
feel God has a special thing to give us peace of mind.
yes, only peace of mind.
Is peace of mind. So in any realm, if we don't find any peace in whatever we are doing, we can ask God for the peace in that.
Yes. So
Okay,
instead
sir.
of asking peace, all we say is, all the anxiety that I am having, may I have your
Hmm.
grace, God. And in
Okay,
any
okay.
language you can say, any
Okay,
language,
okay, sir. Any
mother tongue,
language. Okay,
mother
okay,
tongue is
okay.
best,
Okay, okay, sir. So
right?
usually, as of till now, what we will feel is when we have a problem, we ask for a solution. Like if I need financial thing, if I want 10 lakhs, then I would pray for 10 lakhs. Instead, I should say, can I have peace in this? May I have your grace in this, God?
You, let's say you need 10 lakh of rupees.
Okay, sir.
Now, God will look into it why you need it.
Okay, okay, sir.
And you may want 10 lakh of rupees because you may want to give admission to your child in a particular school or college. But God
Hmm.
will look into it from another angle, that
Hmm.
maybe your child is not meant to go into that school or college, and then
Okay,
God will not give you.
okay,
So
okay, 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 sir.
this is the way God decides. So
Okay, okay.
whatever we ask, it is not necessary God will give. And if your
And
child is meant to go to that college or
hmm,
school, which for
hmm.
which you have to have 10 lakhs, then storyline will deliver the 10 lakhs to you.
Okay, okay, sir. Mostly we all of us are caught up in debts and loans and borrowings. That's where actual suffering of money comes. It's not even not having excess. It's the debts that we don't know how to handle it with, and we have to pay back the debts, no, sir. I mean, for all
So
the mistakes you have done in the past.
you see, the creator has made very sure,
Hmm,
ensured that
hmm.
people go into debt.
Okay,
And that is why so many people are into debt.
okay, okay,
If
sir.
you notice that it is very easy to get a loan in when you're the first loan is very easy to get because you
Yes,
do
sir.
not have a bad record.
Correct, correct, correct.
Then problem starts because for some reason the job goes away. For some reason there is an accident in the house and now funds have to be transferred for medical treatment. For some reason, the earning member dies. Now, all these things create debts. But this is what the creator has planned out. This is the way the creator ensures that humans suffer. One of the thing that it does is it creates debts. And then the creator puts thoughts in us that I can only afford a scooter, but my neighbor has bought a car. I have to get a car. So I am then willing to take loan. But when I take a loan now, automatically I have to cut down expenses in certain other areas. But very soon what happens is the cost of living goes up.
Yes, sir.
Now I cannot pay the EMI. Now I am trapped.
Correct, sir.
So this is the way the creator traps the humans.
Mostly we are trapped because of studies, educational loans, hospital loans, where we cannot avoid because that's where our future lies. So that's two areas we are starting our life itself with borrowings
But
only,
this is the strategy that emotionally you are invested that my child must go into the best school, and emotionally you are invested that people in our life must not die.
Correct, sir. Very true. Correct.
But these investments, the creator ensured that we have them. These emotions were given to us by the creator. And because of that, we indiscriminately spend money. Because we have this ambition to give us our child the best education. And we have this feeling that people in our life must not die. Because of these two conditioning, people get trapped in loan.
I have one more question, sir. Thank you for your explanations so far. My next question would be, what is a spiritual practice that we need to practice to be in touch with God? Like we say, sir, like awareness practice and not having fear, being confident. What is that particular practice that we should do to be more in touch with God and not get into the game of the creator, sir?
When you speak to with the face of God, in that moment you are connected with God. But if you want your connection to be 24/7, which means throughout the day, then you have to do a mantra which takes 2 minutes to chant.
Okay, sir.
Once you do the mantra every day, then you are daily connected with God continuously.
Okay, sir. So that is the only thing that we need to do to be connected with, stay connected with God.
You don't need to do any awareness, anything. There is no spiritual practice. There is no meditation, no yoga, kriya yoga, anything, nothing.
Okay. So that's the only mantra that we have to follow.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. To get these questions, we are taking days for ask this question, but you are taking just few seconds to answer for something that we have been having for a long time, man. Not having good sleep, waking up, thinking of something, going into discussions. You are just answering in a few minutes, and the answer is so convincing that we don't know what to do after that.
That is a nice sharing.
Because this question hasn't come in a day or a minute. This question is from the minute we read the book, so many questions come, and then we sit looking at the roof, looking at everything. How come this? Why not this? Why not that? And then we ask you, and your answers are so simple and clean and nice.
God is very simple, and that is why all the answers are very simple. But the creator is very complex, and that is why everything in the world of the creator is so complex. Everything made by the creator also you are enjoying, but along with those things, the creator also has given pain and suffering. So while the creator has made the world beautiful, but that world also has got a lot of ugliness. How do we know? Because when we see the way humans are behaving with other humans, we start wondering that what happened to all the love and compassion, and what happened to all the caring, what happened to all the generosity, what happened to all that forgiveness, what happened to all the gratitude, why are all these things missing? So at one end, creator made the world beautiful. At the other end, creator made the world ugly, which means creator made our mind ugly. The mind is full of greed, full of lust, full of fear, full of anger. So both are going simultaneously. So many people say, this world is a beautiful world. I want to take birth again and again. And then I tell them, how about the world inside you? Is that a beautiful world? Are you not having attachments? Are you not having aversions? Are you not having all kind of problems? Are you not having jealousy? Are you not having thoughts like, I will not forgive that person? Are you not having wanting to control people? Are you not having wanting to change people? So look into the inner world, how ugly it is. So while the outside world is beautiful, your inner world is ugly. And the problem is, because the inner world is ugly, we are also making the outside world ugly day by day. Instead of keeping it nature fresh, now we are making it concrete world. And in this concrete world, we are bringing in something called technology. So at one end, we live in the concrete world. Another, we are bringing in technology. And third, we are creating unnatural world, which is known as the virtual world. Why we are creating the virtual world? Because we can't deal with the humans. So we said we will create imaginary humans in the virtual world and play with them. Because we are not able to play with the real humans. So this is the world that we live in.
And mostly the virtual world is full of fight and sin and something like that to do with the crime part or suspense or something like that only.
The virtual world they are creating as good as the real world, but they are giving you an option to create your own characters and play with them. It is still evolving, the virtual world. Very soon it will be so real, you won't be able to distinguish between real world and virtual world. Even the people in the virtual world will be so real. They will be just like us. So those days are coming. And then people will want to go into the virtual world.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else?
Getting a thought to maybe something like a prompt from your side in terms of how, if you can give some guidance on how to frame the releases. See, mostly what happens is people go into the definition of the problem rather than the experience of what happens because of the problem. So because of which probably the release statements, they don't know how to frame it. So if you can just sort of elaborate on how to where to concentrate and how to frame sentences.
It is very easy to frame the sentences unless you are trying to make it perfect. It is as simple as what exactly is happening, and you are telling to someone this is what is happening. That becomes your issue. So you do not have to make it grammatically correct. You don't have to make it the perfect phrase. You do not have to make it precise and concise. You might actually make it almost like a paragraph. And then you say, may I have your grace, God? Or it could be very short, all the pain in my neck. May I have your grace, God? And pain is, of course, very simple. Now there are other psychological issues. So psychological issues are like, I hate people who talk to me in a loud voice. May I have your grace, God? I hate it when people ignore me. May I have your grace, God. So exactly observe what it is that is disturbing you, what it is that is taking your balance away, what it is that is taking your peace away, what is it that is bringing you some kind of jitteriness, some kind of irritation, some kind of anxiety, worry, and that becomes your statement. So it is very simple unless you are trying to make it very complex. So that is what is all I can say. There is no perfect, and people sometimes feel that if my statements becomes precise, I'm going to get perfect results. Not
Yeah.
always.
Okay.
You can keep your sentence very confused and then see what God does, because God knows what you are pointing to, even though you could not bring that into a language, even though you couldn't verbalize it properly. So don't worry about making it perfect.
So the intent is more important than actual framing of the release, isn't it?
Not even the intent. Intent is like you are wanting something to happen. We are not wanting something to happen. We are only languaging what I am going through.
I'm doing a release. Am I not wanting a result out of it? Which is why I'm asking for it, isn't it?
But we do not ask for the results. We share the pain. We share the suffering. That's all. And
Isn't there
leave
an
it to
implied?
God. Leave it to God. We do not say, God, heal the pain that I have in my knee. We don't do like that. We say, all the pain I'm having in my knee. And then add, may I have your grace, God. We do not use the positive statement. We do not tell God what we want. We do not tell God, God, you must heal this or you heal this. No, these are not what we do.
So we are just stating whatever we experience or we feel, and then add the statement along with it.
Yes, exactly what we are feeling, what we are going through is what we actually just speak.
Okay. So there is no emotion or feeling involved in this. Just blindly sharing it and then leaving it there.
If you are emotional, then emotion is involved. If I'm so angry, then emotion is involved, and I'm just saying all the anger I have got on if such and such person.
But God, the moment I'm saying something, when I'm sharing something, is it not that I want to change it? That is why I'm bringing it to God's notice.
I want to become free from my anger. That is true, but that is not what we tell to God.
Okay, that's understood.
That is understood. I'm telling you so that you can heal me.
Okay. So that's okay. Got it. This is something that I have been grappling with. So many times I don't ask. I don't even do the releases, thinking why should I ask and ask for a release? Let me just go through it. But now I get what you're trying to say.
So instead of asking, share your pain, share your suffering.
Share is very different from asking. Okay. Got it.
Asking means you want a result.
Okay.
Here you are not telling God what God should do. You are only saying what you are going through.
So whatever God gives, we take it. Gives or doesn't give.
Yeah. And if we are not okay with that, then we tell God, I feel I am not okay with what you have given me, because that also is an issue. Oh, you can say that also.
Okay.
God, I am not happy with what you have given me. May I have your grace, God?
But that's a positive statement.
No, I am not happy.
I'm not happy. Okay, not happy. Oh, okay. Oh, you were complaining to God about what? Oh, okay.
You can complain to God. That also is an issue with me. I'm suffering because you are not doing anything for me.
Okay, this is new.
Yes.
Wow.
Sir, I have something to share. Nowadays,
Yes.
mostly my anger, disappointment, everything is only with the creator, because we know the truth. People are not angry with us because they are not angry with us. Somebody has imposed that anger on that person to come it and show it. So half of the time I'm only scolding the creator. Why are you doing such a messy job? My anger is mostly on the creator now.
Do not be angry on the creator, because the creator also has a lot of compulsions. We do not know his world. We do not know his
Okay.
compulsions. We do not know
Okay.
what he has gone through or going through. So do not be angry. Just notice that person, because now that is an individual, that individual himself has his own issues, because it is not very enjoyable to eat someone's negative thought, feelings, and emotions. So that guy also has got certain issues of life, which he is sorting out in his own way. So don't be angry on him. It is just like you are never angry on your child when your child makes mistakes. Now, I find the creator no better than the child. Emotionally, that creator is brilliant intellectually. If you notice everything the creator creates, fantastic. If you notice the algorithm of the creation, it is mind boggling. If you notice the laws that the creator makes, it is amazing. But when you notice the emotional content of the creator, then you find the creator is not better than your own child, still grappling with so many things. And I can say that so confidently because I know the creator in and out, because I deal with the creator, because I communicate with the creator, because I interact with the creator. And emotionally, he is not okay. So that is why I tell people, do not be angry on him. He has his own issues. And our mind says, how can a creator who is the king of 21 multiverses, creating such brilliant star systems, such brilliant galaxies, and such intricate things in the nature, how can that one be so miserable? Well, emotionally, he is miserable. Intellectually, he is brilliant.
This answer makes us feel so nice that no matter what, you just keep loving. It doesn't matter how much ever trouble they create in your life. It's okay.
Yeah, it
Just
is.
be loving and nice.
He also has his compulsion. It's okay. We will go through. Now we have God, and he doesn't have God. So we have so blessed to have God with us. He lost God.
Can you imagine the pain that he might be going through?
Huge pain, huge pain.
Yes. That's
And
true,
that is
sir.
why I have no issue with him.
And more anger on him is going to create more pain for him. My own creations is again angry with me. Is that true, sir?
It's just that we cannot do anything for him except not to have any kind of negativity towards him. And if we have any kind of negativity towards him, then we tell God, all my anger for the creator, may I have your grace, God.
In any form, we practice love and happiness. Am I
No,
right, sir?
we don't practice love and happiness. We release the non-loving feeling, and we release all our pain and suffering.
Okay.
Automatically what comes will be beautiful, but we don't practice them. Like there are people who are practicing gratitude. No, don't practice gratitude. There are people who are practicing compassion. Don't practice compassion. Let it come up. You
It
release
is
You release
like-
the non-passionate feelings.
It is like when we are pricked with the thorn, we take out the thorn out of our leg and we don't do anything after that. What happens after that is
There
the
is no automatically healing is going to happen.
happen. So every time we are pricked with the thorn of any kind of emotion, just take out that thorn with the help of God.
Yes.
And what
just-
remains is happiness.
Yes. When you are with God, it itself, I do not tell people you will be happy or you will be at peace. I say you find out. Because what is happiness for me may not be happiness for you. You find out what it is to be with God, what it is to experience the grace of God.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. This was really a very nice, heart-opening interview rather than a mind-opening interview.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Just
you.
a small word.
Thank you.